Introducing Executive Vice Chairman Loiseau.
Awesome. Hey, good morning, WFG. Good morning. I went backstage and John Sam told me he's got a surprise for me. I said, John, just remember, payback is swift and it's going to be massive. So I'm not going to, unfortunately I don't have time to do that right now, but let me jump in. I'm going to talk a little bit about our compensation system. I want to make sure if you're the newest person that just AMA'd today, that you leave here with a better appreciation of what you have in your hands. That's the main thing. I think if you understand it, you're going to value it more. So let's jump right in. First of all, the power of our WFG compensation program is a couple of things. There is no established ceiling to what you earn. Has anybody in here ever been in a position, a career, or a job that you got the cost of living adjustment, 2%, 3%? Have you ever been in a job that based on the amount of money you made, you could never make more than your boss? It doesn't exist here. The newest person here can out-earn their senior marketing director in a couple of months. That is what I love. There is absolutely no established ceiling to your earnings potential. Secondly, it's truly a level playing field. There is, listen to me on this, there is absolutely no type of preconceived idea of what's going to make a good WFG rep. It doesn't matter where you're born, it doesn't matter where you went to school, it doesn't matter if you went to school, it doesn't matter if you're a male or a woman, it doesn't matter. The only pedigree we're looking for here are two things. We're looking for the capacity to learn, and we're looking for the will to fight. And when you understand what is on stake here, at stake, you are going to fight. That I can promise you. It's a true level playing field. Thirdly, earnings are a byproduct of the people served. Doesn't matter if you go to work, it doesn't matter if you go to attend the BPMs. At the end of the day, nobody gets paid until a family is helped. That's something, a rallying cry that everybody in this auditorium, both auditoriums, can certainly get behind. Nobody makes money until a family is served. It's transparent and simple. I'm a simple guy. I used to not be a simple guy, now I'm a simple person. You give me something I can describe on the back of a cocktail napkin, I'm probably in. I want to make sure that I can understand it and explain it, because that means that everybody in our sales organizations can also do the exact same thing. It's transparent and it's so simple. It's completely objective. Completely objective. Very simple. You do, you get. I love this one. It provides recruiting opportunities. For the right person, our business is everything. When an entrepreneur looks at how we get paid, the generations, when they look at the different types of senior marketing director, EMD, CEO, they latch onto that and they share it with the world. For the right kind of person, this business is everything. For me, this is pretty special. It unlocks the entrepreneurial spirit, the creativity. Show of hands, any engineers in here? Any doctors, any attorneys, any accountants, any CPAs? Listen guys, my past career, 13 years at the world's largest consulting firm, the world's largest accounting firm, I was conditioned for 13 years to trade my time for a billable rate. Bottom line, Brian, you bill 2,200 hours a year, and if you don't do it, we'll find somebody else that will. Think about that conditioning for a minute. Everything I did was based on a billable hour. That was something I had to overcome here, and that's why I love when you take a CPA, an engineer, a doctor, an attorney, somebody that's very linear thinking, and you turn them into exponential thinkers. You turn them into thinking about probabilities, and all of a sudden their mind unleashes to the possibilities. I absolutely love that about this business. And there's multiple compensation streams. I'm just going to share a few of those, 5 of them with you. Associate, helping 4 average clients a month. That associate is going to make $51,000. That same person that makes senior marketing director, helping the same 4 average clients, is going to bring in $92,000 a year. These are our company averages. And then where it really starts getting sexy is when you have the senior marketing director that has a team of only 5 people. And each of those 5 people are doing what the senior marketing director is doing, which is 4 average sales per month. That is over $200,000 of compensation. Why do I spend time on that? Because we're on a mission. And unfortunately, one person cannot change everybody's life. But I know the larger the team, the more people we're going to be able to change. A few things about our expansion income. It doesn't matter where you want to open an office, WFG is going to support you in North America. I love that about that. The bonus income. It starts at the SMD level and it gets very, very exciting at the EMD level. Make sure you understand that before you get out of town here today. And lastly, the fee-based income. If you want to be an investment advisor and make a fee based on assets under management, we're going to support you doing that. There are so many different ways to make money in this company. So really quickly, let's look at this. I thought it'd be really interesting to figure out just how our people rank in the U.S. family household income. The average SMD in our company, fully licensed, is about $84,000 per year. The average EMD is $183,000. The average CEO is $376,000, and the average EBC in this company is $846,000. How does that stack up with the 1%? Let's take a quick look. I went to cnnmoney.com. I just want to see what the average SMD, fully licensed SMD, where they would rank. They're in the top 1/3 of all household incomes. And we all know most households have 2 earners in this day and age. Top 1/3. Average executive marketing director, top 10%. The average CEO in this company, make it really fun, you're in the top 2%. And the average and people ask, what does it take to be in the top 1%? It takes a salary of $450,000, compensation of $450,000. Where does our EBC group rank? Well, just so everybody knows, the average EBC is $846,000 a year. That puts the average EBC in this company in the top 0.3%. 99.7% of U.S. households make less than our average EBC. So what does it mean if you're the newest person in this audience today? In either of the arenas, it means that you're paid to expand. It means you are paid to get out of the linear world of do a deal and get a check and get into the possibility world of building a sales organization. A couple of things I want to share with you before I end here. I talked a little bit about compensation. I love what Rial said yesterday. Compensation is not just about money, houses, cars, rings, things like that. What value would you place if you woke up on a Monday morning and you knew that you were being of service to other people? I think of those people that I met with 15 years ago, that their kids just left this week to go to college and their tuition is taken care of because of the planning they put in. I think of the retirees that now hit 70 years of age, have guaranteed income solutions every single month, and guess what? They're enjoying their retirement. And I also think of that 57-year-old widow that life goes on when she lost her husband last December, still has 4 kids, and she gets to remain in the house. People, what we do is incredibly important. What we do is necessary. There's not a better place for you to be in North America than right here in this arena and right here with WFG. We'll see you at the top.